Guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be making this my abaya that I wore for Eid. That's what this video is all about. My name is Fatima A. Yusuf, and on this platform I share sewing tutorials. If this is something you like to learn, let's get to it. So these are the things I'll be needing. My scissors, I have this adhesive gum B6000. I have my tape, my bias, my thread, my chalk, my fabric, Abaya fabric. Use crepe, but make sure it's a little bit silky, it's lush, you understand? It's going to fit for abaya. I bought this lace applique. I bought it in 1.5 yard, and then for the abaya fabric I bought 3 yards. I would have bought 3.5 because it wasn't long. The fabric doesn't have long length. Manage it like that. So I've given it 2 folds, right? And on this close part I'll just mark out my neckline. I'm making a round neckline. You can do any type of neckline you want for your abaya. For mine, I'll be marking 3.5 inches for the width, 3.5 inches for the depth, so you can make it of any dimension you're okay with, right? I'm just going to mark the width and the depth, and I will form my round neckline, right? So that you can mark your shoulder slope. I forgot to do that, but it's all good, no problem. In case you want a shoulder slope, you can use 1 inch or 0.5 inch based on what you want. Now, width of my gown holding is 26 inches, right? So that's what I had. And then for my sleeve, I want it to be 30 inches, right? More than 30. So my lace applique will do the work. So that's me just showing that you can mark out your shoulder slope. Now from my shoulder, I went down. For my sleeve opening, I marked 10. Sorry, I end up marking 9.5 because I was working with the lace. I want it to be enough for the style I want to make. 9.5 inches, right? So I'll just take it and I'll extend that line inward, right? So we have 9.5. Next step is to extend the line inward, and on that line, hit your bust measurement divided by 4, then you add maybe 5 inches allowance. For here, I just make use of 40 divided by 4. Dividing 40 by 4, I add 10, right? I added 5. It gave me 15. I added 1 more inch, so that's 16. It can be free size, you know. At my 17, I remarked that my 9.5, and from that my 9.5 on that 17 inches, right? Firstly, I just form a straight line here. Then from that 17 inches, I'm going to use my tape to take it slightly. You can take it straight. It's also abaya also. That's another abaya style. But I decided to just take it slightly to the end. But if I had 3.5 inches, it would have been lovely because it will be so wide and it's going to come out nice. So we'll just use this. I'll just draw out my slant line like this. Like I said, you can just take it straight down. It's also going to be fine. It's also be an abaya, you understand? Make sure you curve the armpits a little bit around that part like this. Yes, you don't need to make it to be sharp. So that's all we need for the abaya. Very easy and not time consuming. So I'll just go ahead and cut out my piece, right? Like I said, you can take it straight down. So you can use your hip measurement divided by 4, then you add additional maybe 4 to 5 inches, and then just take the lines just take it straight down. So I cut out my neckline, the sleeve part, and the bodies like this, right? So that's what you're doing. After cutting out my piece, at the down part, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inch. You can go up by 2 inches. It's also be good. So I'll just form a curve around this part, and then I'll just cut that part off. And I don't cotton, right? I'm just here making signs on the wrong face. I'm going to open it up like this, and then I'll go ahead to bias my neckline and join the shoulders. You can cut out an interface for this if you want, but I'll just make use of my bias. I got the same almost exact color, so I'll just stitch it round like this, right? And stitch the shoulders. I have done that here, right? So I'll just open up the sleeve opening part. I'm going to open it to the right face like this, and then I'll bring my lace applique. I don't know if that's the name because where I bought it, they don't even have idea of what it's called. I also don't have idea. So please, if you know the name of the lace or applique, please let me know in the comment section. I'm going to place it in such a way that I want the way the way that it's going to come out nice, the way the flower will come out nice. Because I will be removing some flowers out for the body. If you don't want to use it for the body, you can just make your sleeve opening to be about 11 or 12, so you can use everything. I've done that. I've stitched it right to the fabric. This is this other sleeve, so I'll just place it like so. So you're placing the wrong face of the lace on the right face of the fabric, and then you just stitch. That's all I did. The lace has some parts that are beaded, so I make sure that those parts are at the be at the end point and not where I stitch the fabric to. So doing that, you just join your bodies together in this direction. I'm just going to show you where I stitch. Very simple and easy, trust me. You make this under 10 minutes. So that's what I just did, and after that I'll hem the down part, and I'm going to notch the armpit area. So I had to just notch a little bit because it wasn't as long as I wanted though. So I used 3 yards. I'll have used 3.5 yards, and then I'll fold using the width and not the length. Since my length is 60, I would have loved it to be flowy. I would have loved to make it in length 62, 61, like that. But all good, I had to use it like that because I already bought the material and I had to use it for it. So basically I just had to go with it. So now the flowers I cut out, I went ahead to trim them off. And this is how they look, right? But I had to like trim off the fabrics that were like at the edges. I just went ahead, I used my scissors to trim it out. Firstly I tried using lighter, it worked, but I wasn't getting what I wanted, so I just went ahead to use scissors, and this was what I had. So I went ahead and then I just placed them the way I wanted to place them, and I'll be using that my adhesive gum to glue them to the fabric, right? And this is actually my own dress, so basically I left it after using the what's it called, the gum. But if it was for a client, I won't leave it like that. What I'm going to do is, after applying the gum, I'm going to take it to people that normally do embroidery designs. So they are going to help me use their machine, their designing machine, to work on the edges. That will be better, and it's going to make it stick, and it's not make the edges to loose. But since it is mine, I just had to just stick with the gum. And for a client, I'm not going to stitch the bodies. Just take the pattern for the front piece to the person that is going to use this designing machine to work on it. Then afterwards, I'll now come and join the bodies together. So guys, this was the final result on the mannequin, and you also see it on me, and I know you've seen it at the beginning of this video, right? Yes. What do you think about this? This is what it was given, and I love everything about it. The material was so lush. I love how it went with the style and everything. So guys, if this video has been helpful in one way or the another, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and turn on your notification bell, right? And I know I looked good on it because I actually got a lot of comments and compliments on it. So thank you for watching. I'm going to see you guys in another video, and please, if you have idea about the name of the lace, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Bye.